Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Basil. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's
So,
good. I'm in the USLV. I was buying some Monday and Tuesday. I've been in and out of it the last week or so, but and I usually don't hold it too long. But I think this might be a little different scenario here. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on this.
okay, so I had a question in the den. Didn't they have witch trials in Plymouth? No, 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 no. Plymouth is where they have that big rock. The trials were in Salem on the north side. He's on the south side. He's okay. He's safe. So what I'm looking at here is that, first let me say gold is up 18 at 13,454. What's very interesting is silver. So gold is up 1.34%. Where did I just type that? Oh, I typed it into the den by mistake. SI, continuous contract of silver, is up 3.06. That's a funny thing about silver. It can lag, and then it can play catch up. Sometimes when it plays catch up, it plays more than catch up. It adds to what it was doing, what it was missing before, and that's what it's done. Yes, at 17.42. It's up 0.51. Now, this is going to be very interesting. So you have SLV. Now, what we've been discussing for a little while, when I say we, I've heard Tom discuss this, and I've mentioned it quite a few times, is that silver has really been lagging gold's action for a while. Not that it hasn't been good, it just hasn't been as strong in terms of the chart formations. The move today is a move that hasn't taken out the high of the 16th, which is at 17.45. I'm talking about the continuous contract, but the high so far today is 17.44. Wait a minute, how can that be? 17.44 is the high. I was looking at 17.45. Yes, so it's fractions away from breaking out, and that will increase the weekly. It will make leg B extend. That'll be very positive. My one concern in terms of the relationship has been that the monthly chart of gold is not anywhere near as strong as gold. However, when silver plays catch up, that's very important. That's number one. Number two is when the gold stocks are really moving in concert, but then starting to act even better than gold itself, and many of the gold stocks are actually now doing that. They weren't doing that the other day. I like that. So you're in the basically the SLV multiplied. There's a factor involved. My SLV chart says there was a spike today. The different chart to the silver chart, it went sharply above the previous high of the 12th of January of 16.31. It's at 16.40. It hit 16.44. You're in the USLV, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now, what do you have enough to whittle away? How do you normally trade it? Do you hold it with a particular goal in mind, or do you say, oh, this is the gain that I've got, I want to lock a certain amount in, a percentage in? How do you usually trade this?
Basil, usually the triples in this USLV I don't hold for more than a few hours. So I'm pretty short term, but I really think that, and I have quite a bit of it, to tell you the truth. So I could certainly get rid of some, take some profits, and leave half of it or a third of it, 2/3 of it on the table still, and let that run.
So because, let me just show you something. EUR-USD, that's the euro-dollar currency pair. It's having a very strong move, A, B, C, D. It's in leg E in the 120-minute chart. It's in only a C, a new wave count in the daily chart. And that almost has like a one-to-one look to it, an A to B equals C to D. If I use my notation, Chapman wave notation, this is in leg C, and the weekly chart is only in a leg B. So that means that the euro should go further. If I do the relationship of the dollar took out the intraday so far. It's taken out the monthly 200 period exponential moving average support. That was a target of mine, 89.09. It's trading now at 89.34. Oh, is that right? Let me just double check. 89, yeah, 80. So 90.07, and now it's at 89.34. So this is really very, very poor action in the gold, in the dollar. So here's what I'm going to recommend. This is just, I think that you must stick with your formula. It seems to work really well. But what I am going to say is that the USLV trading right now at 12.40, up 71%. I would do this. I'd have one part of my position. I would actually say, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit off right now because that's a spectacular gain for a couple of days. That's just purely bookkeeping, purely money management. But or you could say, you know what, if it takes out the low of the day, which is 1234, if it goes to 1233, that's when I will take something off. I personally would do it right now because you've got such a good price. If you're going to take anything off, just take off something right now. And I would try to keep the 2/3 with 1/3 as a core, because I think you're right. I think this is going higher. I'd love to be keeping 2/3, but I'm just talking money management here. And just based on the 120-minute chart, I would say just right. The previous high that was at 4 o'clock on the 18th of December. 18th of December. No, can't be. Oh, it's the 12th of January. Sorry, that was at 12:25. So 12:25 to 12:18, somewhere in that area. I would say maybe that's my other 1/3. Why? Because a spectacular gap up like this, if it doesn't start to take out the low of the first hour, but instead stays within the upper or close to a half of the entire move of the candle, that often portends another burst of energy is possible to go towards the high of the day. That's why I don't think I would say to you, be too aggressive at taking your profits, but definitely the way you seem to work this, I'm saying to you, take something off right now just because it was such a big gain, and then manage I would, if it's possible, try to keep at least 2/3 of your position, even though this is the 3 times long silver USLV trading at 12.40. But boy, I have to congratulate you, Tom. Fabulous move, good eye, good position. Hope that helps you a little bit.
Thank you, Basil. Appreciate it.
Thank you for calling, and then I'll go through the rest of it.